Now, I mean, also, we've seen, of course, the murder of the UK MP a few weeks ago, and then there was that horrific scenario that could well have been a major terrorist attack. Thankfully, somebody was able to lock the bloke inside, and this thing ended up being, you know, in terroristic terms, a fizzer. But another reminder about how prevalent and ongoing the threats can be to the mainland.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what we have learned is the guy that had the bomb and died as a result of the blast, which incidentally took place at 10:59, just 1 minute before thousands of Remembrance Sunday services all over this country. And that, I do not believe, is a coincidence.
No.
What we've learned about him is that he came into this country illegally 7 years ago, applied for asylum, was rejected, and yet he was still in the country. We see happy, smiling pictures of him working in pizza bars. Well, if he was here illegally, why on earth was he in employment? And all we've seen are lovely, smiley pictures of this charming young man. And yet, you know, all the evidence is he was trying to launch a terrorist attack. And that links directly with what is going on as I speak in the English Channel. Over 24,000 people this year have illegally entered Britain. 90% of them are young males coming from the Middle East and all over the world. They are undocumented. They don't have passports. They don't have mobile phones. We can't track or trace who they are. And this is an ongoing direct threat to our national security. And when the public make the link between Boris allowing thousands of people illegally to enter every month and to stay, and we put them in four-star hotels. Oh, yes, we give them free dental care, free health care, three square meals a day, £38 a week spending money. Oh, and a new cell phone, of course, as well. When people realise the link between that and the potential terrorist threat to this country, Boris Johnson's premiership will come to an end. It is a disgrace. People are furious. And we look to Australia in 2012, when Tony Abbott was Prime Minister. I look towards that as inspiration for how we stop this problem.
Well, again, anyone who understands, you know, how refugee politics works or the legalities of it, which is you are allowed to flee from wherever you are to the nearest safest port of call. Now, one of the absolute, you know, luck of geography is that you're on an island, we're on an island, right? So to get here, you end up going via a safer port than the one that apparently you're previously leaving from. Now, in Australia, we turn them around and generally send back to Sri Lanka, generally send back to Indonesia. Is there a concern that because they might be coming from France or somewhere like that, that somehow this is some sort of antagonism towards brothers and sisters in Europe? Because it's pretty obvious where they're coming from.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got video footage of the boats taking off from French beaches in Calais, Boulogne, all along that stretch of coast. The French are not willing to cooperate at all. It politically suits President Macron to have a great big row with the British because, of course, he's up for re-election next year and we are the old enemy, have been for the best part of 1,000 years. And it kind of suits Boris Johnson, too, rather than admitting his own failure to deal with this problem, to blame the French. But it's all a diversion, because the truth is, France is a safe country, but the French do not put illegal immigrants up in four-star hotels with fresh linen provided every few days. We do that. They're the pull factors. We're the idiots. And I think the British public are sussing this out. Increasingly, this is becoming the number one issue in the mind of British voters. And when we now learn this morning, as I say, that the man with the bomb in Liverpool had entered illegally and had not been removed despite his asylum claim failing. Something has got to give here. The only fortunate thing for Boris Johnson is that the Labour Party appear to be even weaker on this than the current Conservative leadership.